Shout out real quick, our guest is in the building. Push that mic up to you, sir.
Hey, don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Oh, I am not.
Mr. Thomas Knox is in the building. Mr. Date While You Wait is here. He has come to the building.
How you doing?
You know, I had to find out where you were because I was getting a little nervous. But you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm New Yorker. So.
It's all right.
New York time?
New York time.
No, time. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't on New York time. I just didn't know where I was going.
Yeah, you are.
I blame Swiss on that.
So if you haven't heard, we're talking about ratchet things because this is the second of the ratchet recap. So feel free to join in at any time. I mean, this story is over, and I'm not even going to ask you your comments on this because
I don't have any comments.
Great.
I thought it was over years ago.
We all did. We were like, why is this still even happening? But whatever. So sports news.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike Vick has somehow gotten a voice. I have no idea what's going on with this.
Is he still in the
No!
I don't know what he's thinking.
He isn't. That's the whole thing. He's not even in the NFL anymore. Michael Vick basically says that Colin Kaepernick should cut his afro to be presentable if he wants to play in the NFL. Dog, and I'm not, no pun intended. My bad.
Too soon? Is it too soon?
Too soon, right? It shouldn't be too soon.
Nah.
But since you brought it up.
Nah.
What is he, like, okay, so let me read this.
Is he in the sunken? They were like, yo, he's in the sunken place.
He's drawing. Monday night, Michael Vick was on ESPN Speak for Yourself. He was asked his opinion on his thoughts on how Colin Kaepernick, what he could do basically to get back in the league. And I quote, "First thing we got to get Colin to do is cut his hair. Listen, I'm not up here to try to be politically correct. Even if he puts cornrows in there, I don't think he should represent himself in that way in the terms of just the hairstyle.
Oh, he cooning right now, man.
Just go clean cut. You know, why not? You're already dealing with a lot of controversy surrounding this issue. The most important thing that he needs to do is just try to be presentable."
Yeah, he's dealing with a lot of controversy around an issue that has still yet to be addressed. they haven't even addressed the
I'm
reason
sorry,
why
dog. Do you not remember you were slaughtering dogs? Like, now, let's be clear about something. Like, let's be clear about something. Now, black folk was on your side, okay?
Exactly.
Now,
and you got a second chance.
And you got a second chance, right? And we didn't want to have to bring this stuff up, but damn it, I am.
Yo, listen. He's the only player to get two multiple $100 million contracts at that time in NFL history. The Eagles paid him $100 million for some odd years, and that being said, he got a second chance. Like, he should know, if anything. Like,
I'm sorry, didn't Michael Vick wear cornrows?
He did.
He did.
Absolutely.
That's why this makes no sense whatsoever.
So, my brother,
mm-hmm.
Who was a sports fanatic, I asked him opinion, of course, and I was like, Malik, what's up? Like, what's going on with Mike? What's your opinion? And he was like, word is he's trying to get a coaching job in the NFL. So right now, he's pretty much shucking and jiving, saying what he has to say.
Politics.
To get his
politics. I get it. It's still not okay though.
It's totally not okay.
How's he gonna coach anybody when he was uncoachable? That's
a whole other story. Save that for the sports talk. But
he got some nerve.
Like, I was like, Mike, you're not up here doing this. You really, really not. So I'm gonna just be honest. Y'all know I'm not like all sports sound and everything, but it was another sports commentator. Does anyone know his name?
Shannon Sharp. I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, that's what
he went in on him.
As he should, because he was right.
What's the way he did it? He basically talked about how Michael Vick, like, there has to be that token black person.
Yeah.
And Michael Vick just created that for himself. He just made himself the token black person.
I was watching him on Instagram today, and I was like, yes.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp. He's dope.
But he's always is a sharpshooter. He don't no chase
no pun intended.
no pun intended.
No, everything he said. I mean, his points were absolutely correct. It's like they're creating this controversy around what he's doing as instead of actually acknowledging why he did it.
Right.
That's the conversation that they're not having. It's not about how he looks. It's not about people are wearing dress. Should they cut off their dress?
Nope.
This dude didn't abuse anybody. He didn't break any laws. He protested silently, and he's still getting all this shit for it. But this dude over here, he don't have to do that because he didn't get convicted. He wasn't convicted. He didn't go to prison, so he shouldn't have to do that. And like that's why it's like, yo, what are you talking?
What are you talking about?
But think about like how backlash works, right? So if you look at sports in general, whenever somebody gets in trouble, they go through a process when it comes to the law, and then they get a second chance.
They apologize,
exactly.
They do the whole charity for whatever they do.
So it's like, oh, you're welcome back now. Whereas with Colin Kaepernick,
but he did that already.
But not exactly. He didn't get in trouble for it. He wasn't suspended for it. He wasn't locked up for it.
Right.
It was just something like, oh, we don't appreciate it.
Right.
And I think that's been the biggest problem. Like they want the world or people want him to be like
go through that process.
Go through a process.
Yeah.
Like he has to get locked up for not believing
or apologize for what he did.
It's
right.
ridiculous.
But I also had someone else play devil's advocate today at work and was like, well, I don't think the only reason why Colin Kaepernick is not getting into the league is because of the stance he took. I also think it's because he didn't play well last
I don't believe that either, because there's a lot of backup quarterbacks that are getting jobs that are not as good as him.
He's better than, I would say, like 50%, 60%.
Right. So throw that argument out the window.
There it is.
Yeah, that's a nice try.
Yeah.
I disagree. Good try, though.
I disagree wholeheartedly. Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to get all
Yeah.
thoughts about it, so I'm just disappointed. And across the board, I posted something up today on my Facebook page, and across the board, people are disappointed. And people are like, he out here cooning, like he's acting crazy. Like across the board, people were upset.
And even to go off of that, the coach for the 49ers, who was the former coach of the Eagles, I can't remember his name, but he even said, like, was it
Chip Kelly?
Yeah, Chip Kelly. He even said he was like, Colin was great to work with. He was a great teammate. Like, he was coachable. Like, I didn't have any issues with him inside the locker room. He didn't bring none of that into the locker room. All the guys liked him. Like, that was not an issue for him at all. So, like, it's all of his.
Yeah.
Well, what about freedom of speech, right?
Right.
Like, what about, it blows my mind. I was talking to my dad about this earlier when it comes to discrimination. Like, if I go to my job and I say to my employer, you know, I don't like black people. Like, I just say I don't like black people.
Right.
Technically, they can't discriminate against me for that. Like, that's just
my,
right. That's just my.
But they will pull your ass in HR.
Exactly, right? So I think from his point of view, he did something that he knew was going to get him backlash. Mm-hmm. And he's like, cool, I'm going to do it. I can take this. I already made multi-million $. I'm good. I can do my community work, but at the same time, I may not get a job. And I think he understands that. Yeah. But the rest of the world is like, some people feel sorry for him and other people are like there's no middleman. Either we feel sorry for him or we hate him.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate.
And he actually talked about how he had asked a lot of people. He talked to LeBron about it before doing it, and they're like, "You're gonna do it. You better go all in." And he's like, "All right," and then he did it. So it's like he gets it. I think he understands what would have happened or what is happening.
Yep.
So.
Well, there you guys have it. That is the first half of the Ratchet Recap.
Okay.
When we come back, we will have some more ratchetness for you guys.
Oh man,
some other good stuff going on.
Yeah.
So this next story, I'll tell you when I get back. But we have some more music. We have some more hot Summer 17 songs for you guys. Remember, Mr. Thomas Knox, Mr. Date While You Wait is in the building.
Yes, sir.
But we got some Summer 17 songs. Next up is Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
Featuring Rihanna with Loyalty. And then we have Jay-Z with 444. All right, guys, it's your girl Lauren Rei right here on What I Radio with my boy Jay the Gentleman. Please don't go anywhere.
Right there.
You guys, before we go into the second part of the Ratchet Recap, we once again have to thank our sponsor, Samsung Technologies, for hooking up with all the good equipment that's been here in the building. Also, make sure you're following everything Lauren Rei Live on social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and also SoundCloud.
Yeah.
That's LaurenReiLive. Yes. And also make sure you guys are following everything Water Ice on our social media as well. And go to waterice.com. Your scoops to everything Philly, and sign up for our newsletter.
Yes.
Is that good?
That's it.
All right, bet. All right, guys. Second half of the Ratchet Recap, and it goes. So let me just tell you how I found out about this story. Let me set this up for y'all.
I found out about this by you.
Yes, you did. So I'm at my full time.
Right, minding your business.
Minding my business, doing work for the show. Yeah. And I come across this story, and I'm like, this cannot be real, right? and I bust out laughing. Like, I shouldn't be laughing, but I couldn't help but laughing because
I thought it was a joke.
It's so ridiculous that Black people are still being disrespected in this manner. But like, so my laughter was to not be angry. That's really what it was.
Right.
So apparently Walmart is carrying a wig cap. Do I need to tell y'all what a wig cap is real quick?
You know what is a wig cap? Please, elaborate.
For the people on Facebook Live and on TuneIn who don't know what a wig cap is, it's the cap that you put down before you lay the tracks down. Whether you sewing it in,
Right.
gluing it on, however you get it done, sometimes you gotta have the cap first.
Okay.
Or you get that nice lace front, you need something to match your skin tone. So they come in different varieties of colors, right? You got because believe it or not, white women wear weaves too. So they have like a beige tone.
Yeah.
There's like a darker tone, a honey blonde, whatever. Several different skin tones of caps, weave caps. Well, Walmart decides to carry a wig cap.
Yes.
And in the description for color, mother, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Right.
Nigger brown, y'all.
Yeah.
Nigger brown.
Like-
Niggas like
Hard R.
What?
Hard R.
Hard R. Not the A, y'all.
Nah.
And so when I first saw the story, I'm like, y'all lying like shit. This is not real.
Yeah.
Dog, it's so real.
It's real.
And I couldn't believe it. It's a whole mannequin up there with this brown wig cap on in the description.
Why can't you believe it though? Walmart's done, like,
I,
they're known for doing, they got black costumes.
That's very true.
They got shirts.
That's
I feel like
We got this light now. We were like 10 years, 5 years ago maybe.
I was like completely taken back. I was like, all right, y'all.
It's like, oh.
I understand we live in Trump America, but damn, like this is like crazy.
I wonder what that board meeting looked like. Like that one person was like, we gotta put this out.
They'll get it. They'll get it.
So here's the thing. So Walmart is stating that this was put on their site by a third-party company that they allow to sell products on their site. So Walmart, you're trying to tell me and the rest of the hundreds of thousands and millions of people that saw this shit, that when someone from your third party decides to sell something on your marketplace, there isn't a process where it goes to be approved? Be clear about something. There's so many levels of different approval levels that have to be done in different
Right.
departments. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
That's just a cop out.
That was so bad.
They're trying to cop out. That's a cop out.
Then the company who actually is manufacturing these wig caps, they're like, this is not us. We didn't do this. Let me actually read you what they said.
So they don't know who did it. Who did it?
So they're a black-owned company.
Okay.
And they're like, we woke up this morning to the news that someone has used our names, so someone used the company's name.
Okay.
Their name is like JAGZA to list an item. Please be aware that we are reporting this to as many people as we can and trying to get all the listings pulled down. The Real JAGZA is a 100% black-owned company for both black people and anyone who wants to use our products. People have often used our brand name to try to sell their products. Please be aware, we're very sorry for all of the stress that this has caused us. We are feeling the pain here as well.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm different with this one.
Yeah.
Somebody put it out.
Somebody dropped the ball.
Right. Clearly somebody
So there was 2 board meetings. There was one with Walmart and there was one with
Well, that's not like we're done. That basically, y'all, come on, they can't. I don't think they're going to be able to. First of all, Black Twitter got hold of them. It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's pretty much done at that point. Wow. Yo, I was like, bruh.
Unless,
really?
like, the only thing I can think of is, like, if there was someone who just, like, racist as hell was, like, looking around and just, like, snuck it from the list. I was like, yeah, and, like, just did before it actually, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing. I'm, like, thinking on some movie terms.
Oh, there's that one person in the company who knows they can't say the word, but.
And this is not true. So I was like, all right, I'm not doing the Love and Hip Hop Ratchet recap anymore. I'm not watching any more Ratchet TV, and I was good for like 2 years. Like my friends would call me like, girl, did you see what Stevie said? No, I'm not watching it, leave me alone. But my cousin came to visit, and she was watching one of the housewives shows, not Love and Hip Hop, so it's not as bad, but it was bad. And I caught myself over the weekend watching Black Ink, y'all. And I couldn't stop. And I was like, wait a minute, what's happening to me?
I can't judge y'all. I watch, OJ parole trials. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I haven't stooped back into the love and hip hop situation. I don't think I will. But I was like, oh my God, I'm really sitting here watching Black Ink. And I was like, I can't stop. And I was like, someone help me. I don't know what to do. Every time I would turn the channel, somehow I would get back to VH1.
Look, it makes you happy. Do you?
So can I ask why
Do I watch
you
it?
enjoy that type of television?
Because I love to see other people's lives be more messed up.
She's also the petty translator, so.
Petty translator, I like
Yes. Yeah, that's her moniker.
That
her
is
moniker,
like my alter ego.
Her alter ego.
Yes, I'm very
so that's
petty.
why she watches it.
It runs through my veins. Yeah, because I need to see the levels of pettiness that are going on out here, and also to see the mistakes that these people are making, and then I can help them or help others who are emulating them why they should not be doing these things. But I did enjoy it because it's just, although I know it's scripted, because it definitely is.
Yeah.
I enjoy the level of coonery that people will actually do for a check. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for a check.
But
For some
apparently,
variety.
Mona Scott is doing something right. I mean, she has several shows. Although I do believe she's the devil. The shows keep coming.
Keep coming.
They don't stop.
And people keep watching.
Shawnee O'Neal, they're still Basketball Wives.
Oh, right.
Still on. I don't know.
broken, right?
They not going nowhere. Them shows ain't going nowhere.
People gonna keep watching it.
They don't keep watching it. And then
Like, my sister watches all that. Like, all
and
that.
like they keep bringing people that you haven't heard in like forever. Like the new season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, right? Is Safari and Brooke Valentine. Like, what? I haven't heard of Brooke Valentine since Girl Fight.
Oh, wow, yeah. That was like 2003 or something?
Yeah.
Time, let's see that.
Okay. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sorry, guys, but that's the end of the retro recap for July 18, 2017.
Yeah.
We got to go on a quick break because when we come back, it is the 9 o'clock hour. So
Yeah.
the Lauren Rei Live. Let's talk about the top of the hour. And we have Mr. Date While You Wait, Mr. Thomas Knox here in the building
Yeah.
to talk about this movement he got on. Because I have a lot of questions.
Little old me, man. Thank you.
All right, we're back. It's the 9 o'clock hour, so you know what that means. It's the Lauren Rei Live. Let's talk about it. Topic of the hour.
Yep.
And this evening we have a special guest here. We have Mr. Thomas Knox. I like to call him Mr. Date While You Wait.
Yeah.
He is in the building. So everyone,
How you doing,
hello,
man?
Mr. Thomas Knox.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate y'all.
Like I did that?
We got a little soundboard going on.
We are so hyped about that. You have no idea.
I love the love, man. Thanks for it. Love is love. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You're moving. We're gonna get to your movement in just a little bit, but just tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, well, as you guys heard, I am Thomas Knox, and I am the creator and founder of this cool movement up in New York City called Date While You Wait. It's so funny because I always say it so quick. I'm like, Date While You Wait. People are like, what? And what Date While You Wait is, it's a platform I created to connect with people while they commute. So it started out in subways. I just kind of like took a table and chairs in the subway in New York, and I was like, I'm gonna talk to people. And then it turned into subways and tables and chairs and board games, and then it turned into me doing it all around the world and around the country. So
Yeah.
my job is to connect with people.
The first one you did in Philly was 2015, something like that. 16?
It was definitely sometime in 2016.
Okay.
Okay.
But the first one I did was in 2016, but you guys did one
Yeah.
without me, which was dope.
Right, 2015. Yeah.
Huge shout out to my boy Hector doing his thing, man. You're looking out. Because he actually went out and did a little sign.
Yeah, we had the
island.
He picked up the table from my crib. We got some people that we knew to do it. Like, it was cool.
Yeah, it was dope, man. The support has been greatly appreciated.
Awesome. Where else have you done that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been all over. So I've done in the U.S. I've done New Hampshire. I've done Rhode Island. I've obviously done Philadelphia. Where else? There's so many places. I've done it internationally, so I've done it in France. I've done it in Vancouver.
Wow.
Yeah. We're working on London. I was sharing earlier. We're trying to do something in London.
Well, that's really
Trying to
deep.
Australia.
Like, do you speak French, or was they like?
It's a unique story. So basically a company or organization reached out to me when I first started doing it. They saw what I was doing and they were like, hey, we have this award forum where we talk about how projects are engaging through the economy, and they felt like my project was something that like affected the economy.
Wow.
So I got invited to speak to about 2,000 students in France.
Wow.
Live.
And it just started.
Live on YouTube about the movement, and I had a translator, and it was dope. I was out in France for about 2 weeks.
It's crazy how just a simple idea
Yeah.
all it
is
takes.
global like that.
Exactly, man. Yeah, like I said, it's the thing that's really unique about it is that, you know, I tell people this all the time. It wouldn't be what it is without people. Like me sitting in the subway, if nobody ever engaged with me, I'd just be a guy sitting in the subway.
Right.
The fact that people engage with me and the fact that people want to know more and want to connect, they're the ones that got it to the point where it is now.
Dope. So let's backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did you come up with Date While You Wait?
That's always
The first question everyone asks you, right?
No, that's not the first one, but it's definitely one of the bigger ones. I'm not gonna say the first one, which you probably have there somewhere. But I came up with Date While You Wait based off of a negative experience a friend of mine had.
Okay.
So I was supposed to go out with one of my friends to dinner, and she literally, like, I hit her up and I'm like, hey, let's grab food, and she's like, I'm not in the mood anymore, like, I'm annoyed. And I'm like, hey, what happened?
Right.
And she's like, on my way home, my commute just sucked. Like, the first car I got into, it smelled bad.
Okay.
So I got on the train and waited for the next train. And the next train I got on, there were people performing. So then I moved to the next car, and when I got to the next car, there were people selling things. And she was like, it's fresh hour, I just want to get home.
That's like the ultimate experience.
The worst experience.
And it happened to me all the time.
Absolutely.
Right? So I was like, you know what if I sit in the subway and I talk to people? Like, I don't know why it came to my head, but I just was like, what if I do something positive for people? And she was like, hell no, like, don't do that. Like, people are gonna think you crazy.
Right.
So me being the genius I am, I didn't do it.
Right.
I was like, cool, like, whatever. So the following day, or maybe a couple days later, I shared it with some of my really close friends, and they were like, you're the perfect personality for this.
Yeah.
We'll help you do it. One of my friends just got a camera. He never took photos before. He's like, I'll take all your photos. My other friend, she's not an artist, but she drew all the signs. She used like markers and lipstick.
Yeah. Craft.
Yeah, they crafted me a sign, and we went out. And the first day we went out, we met 20 people.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. See, that was my question was gonna be like, are people reluctant to they look at the sign? They're kind of like, you know how animals are like in new surroundings.
Right.
Like, do they look at you like, what is this, or do they just go up to you, or like how does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. So people are absolutely like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah.
So when I first started, it happened more because it wasn't popular.
Right.
So a lot of people would be like, I hate to put this out here, but it's the truth. A lot of pushback I got was from black women. Black women,
wow.
they would treat me like crap. And it was
What would they say?
all types of things like,
Oh, you're not going to do this.
No, I want to know.
I didn't know, like, it
But we're trying to change the world.
Yeah, so I think they didn't understand the idea. Like, a lot of people didn't understand the idea, right?
Okay.
And I didn't even understand. Like,
So they thought you were trying to holler?
Exactly. So they would come in and be like, why is this guy like that desperate to send the
You mad thirsty.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Why like I didn't know a black man could be this desperate. And so
I'm not.
Okay.
I used to hear things like that. But to
It's
try to
reality.
relay some love.
We not doing this
I'm
today.
gonna do some
No, not you. Pause on you. We not doing this today. That's not the topic. We not doing it today.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will definitely show you some love. So I had one woman who sat down with me and told me straight to my face, "You're not that cute." She's like, "You're not that cute."
What?
I guess she thought it was a date, so she's like, "You're not that cute." And I said to her, "Unfortunately, I don't have to be cute to beat you in Connect Four." But then I played her in the game Connect Four, destroyed her. She stormed off.
Yo.
Like 2 weeks.
Petty, yo.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then like 2 weeks later, she came back and she apologized. And she said, "I went home. I told my friends I met this rude date while you wait guy, and they were like, oh, that guy loves to connect with people, and he's a nice guy."
Why would she think that you were being rude?
You probably should ask her. We'll bring her on the show next week.
Yeah, let's do it. I have so many questions for her.
I just think a lot of people think that I'm doing date while you wait to find love or to be a savage.
Easy hookup.
Yeah,
I get it.
And,
Okay.
And that's not the case.
Right.
And one thing about me, I'm the type of person, I don't need to explain myself.
Right.
I let my actions explain it. So if you want to know about it, come engage and ask.
Yeah.
But back to her, she literally came to me and she was like, "I'm sorry. I went home. I told my friends I met with this guy that was sitting in the subway, And they're like, oh yeah, that's the day why you ate. Like he's doing some positive things in Subway. And she's like, I totally thought it was something different. And I apologized. And she apologized to me.
That's dope.
So, you know, there are good people out there.
Yeah.
And I'm just not the type of person where I have to justify what I'm doing.
Right.
I let my actions do that for me, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's dope. Usually we're not gonna go there. So when exactly did it start? What, like the concept and that when you actually went out onto the platform and did it?
Yeah, it started June of 2015.
Okay.
The exact day is actually June 13th.
Wow. So since then you've been to France, you've been around the world, been around the country. Weren't you CNN something on there?
Yeah, I've been featured pretty much in every major publication.
Right. Like Philly, somewhere here in Philly. What was it? Philly Voice or something?
Philly.com did
right.
a couple weeks ago.
So how was that CNN? Like, how was it just like? Were you bugged out when you saw you like CNN was like, yo, we want to like come and talk about Day While You Wait?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know,
that's crazy.
Whenever you watch the stuff on TV, you see yourself on TV. It's like, man, this is really cool. I'm thankful, but I always keep the mindset of, and people say I'm extremely humble, but I always keep the mindset of, it just wouldn't be without people. So whenever I go on like CNN, the first thing, or Huffington Post, like I've done things with them.
Right. That was the other last thing.
In my mind, I'm just like, you need to interview the person that's sitting with me too.
Yeah.
Because people like
why did you decide to sit down?
Exactly, right? My story is gonna be the same across the board, but the people I engage with, their stories matter just as much.
Yeah.
When I first did an interview, it was mind blowing. I was like, this is incredible.
That's crazy.
I appreciate the opportunity. Why me? And also a lot of news outlets wanted to interview me because they had the idea that this was about romance and dating.
Right.
So there are a couple of them who I connected with, and they were like, you know, can you talk a little bit more about dating in New York? And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm doing.
Right.
So just, you know, staying true to the roots of what I was trying to create, and I still was trying to figure it out. I feel like we put out some really cool videos and cool content around it.
So do you think you probably wouldn't have gotten so much notoriety or press if you weren't in New York?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how other cities look and
right.
how the dynamic of the cities are, but New York is just the metro capital. People do a lot of weird things in New York.
So are you at a point where if you walk down the street, people be like, yo,
it happens to me, I would say like once or twice a week.
Wow, that's still a lot though. That's a lot.
But also, I have a very distinct look. So I wear a bow tie, so I have a bow tie company.
Okay.
So I'm rocking a bow tie most of the time. I have a Scrabble bow tie company, B-grade bow ties.
Okay.
So a lot of people when they see
me. You can plug that.
I'm just saying because a lot of people when they see me, they're like, oh, that's a Day While You Wait guy.
Got it.
Because they used to see me in the bow tie, and usually I wear a hat.
It's a brand.
So yeah, like I have a distinct look. But a lot of times, even when I'm not in my usual get up, sometimes people, like the other day somebody picked me up, I was kind of blown away.
Wow.
So it happens. Even like I did a photo walk on Sunday, and I was telling a woman about my company, and she's like, yeah, you're the guy. Like, so yeah, it happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So when all of those things started to happen, like you actually started to get picked up by CNN and all these news outlets were actually like reaching out to you, like was there like a surreal moment for you, like yo, I was just really just trying to connect and talk to people, I didn't know what was gonna happen, like how was that moment for you?
At first, no, because like I work for Apple for a long time, so working with brands and seeing brands is like cool.
Yeah.
And like, but the moment where it really blew my mind was when I was out in DC with my dad. We went to DC to see the Martin Luther King statue when I was put up. And we went into the gift store, and literally I had on, I'm pretty sure I might have on the same exact shirt I had when I had an Inspire Retire shirt on. And the woman behind the counter was like, you're the Day While You Wait guy. Like she literally just looked at me and was like, you're the Day While You Wait guy. And I was like, no, I'm not him, no. And she's like, I literally just watched your video.
You can't lie to me.
She's like, you're the guy. And my parents, my dad doesn't use social media, he doesn't use technology. My mom watches TV, and obviously she has a phone, but my parents really didn't like know what it was. And in that moment, my dad like really was like, wow, man, you out here.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of blew my mind.
Did you do something in DC?
No. So I did do something in DC, but not at that moment.
So she just knew from
wow. Yeah, I've done like Day While You Wait in DC. I've done it at Howard University.
Hey.
So that's been dope. And I've also done it, I did it at one of the stations there. I love DC.
Yeah.
I definitely love to go back.
Yeah, DC was a dope city.
So you're born and raised in New York?
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. East Flatbush.
No wonder, man. Like BK just produces so many like artistic and creative people, man.
I know.
Like it's crazy.
What are making us look like out here in the streets?
No, I'm feeling good. We have a good look.
We coming up.
Good look.
Y'all good people, y'all dope. Come on, don't play yourself.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know we good people. I'm just saying, but I feel like you guys in New York are more willing to step out and just be like, let's see what happens, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think we kind of play double dutch sometimes here in Philly.
Well, New York is rugged. Right? I feel like everywhere I go, no matter what city, no matter what country, and it has nothing to do with me being in New York, but it does have everything to do with being in New York. Like I don't think about it when I'm in those spaces, but I just go fearless. I'm just a fearless dude. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have like the whole cliche, you know, if you make it here, make it anywhere mentality. So it's real though. Like, yeah, I get that.
Cool. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break.
Let's do it. I got so many questions.
I want to know, well, the lady with the Connect Four, was that your craziest story?
The lady with, no, I have this.
All right, good, because I have some other
bet.
experiences. Cool. So we're gonna take a quick music break right now. We got Mr. Future, the remix Mask Off with Kendrick Lamar. Then this next song is my geek off song. Migos T-shirt is my guilty pleasure song. I'm sorry.
Maybe on the
Millie Rock. Hey, that's my song right there.
On the booth, just dancing.
And then we got 2 Chainz with It's a Vibe featuring Janae Aiko and Trey Songz and Ty Dolla Song. A lot of people in the song.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, your girl Lauren Rei right here on Water Ice Radio. We will be right back. Don't go with it. Knox.
Like that.
He is here and he is talking all about this movement of DYU8. And I have some questions about some of the people that you have encountered.
Yeah.
So first thing is, what's the weirdest city that you've been in? Like the people were just like.
Definitely New York.
But New York is a melting pot.
Yeah, it's definitely New York. Definitely. Like I've done it at universities. It's been a little weird because students aren't waiting for anything specifically, but they do like know what it is. So they're like, oh, I'll stop by because the school let them know that the DYU guys coming. But New York is definitely the weirdest place I've done it. It's the coolest place, but also the weirdest.
Okay.
Sure.
So any like crazy stories?
There's so many crazy stories.
Which one was the first one that stands out then?
I had a guy sit down with me who had on a kilt. Right? Kilt.
From like Scarlet? Like,
Yeah. And literally like underwear balls out type shit.
He was like, what's this? They just started talking.
Yeah, literally like and then I remember after that happened, the person that wanted to sit down next.
He's like, nah.
I was like, nah,
Put some Clorox in there.
You gotta get the wipes down.
Which that's a good point. So just to let people know, what I do is when I get home after people use the game, I actually wipe alcohol wipe the games.
Yeah.
You sanitize.
I don't do the seat. I don't do the chairs. And I don't remember if I did it that time. But I do wipe off my table and I wipe off the games that people use.
So it's funny because we actually have a group of people at my daytime job who we have casual Fridays basically, and there's a group of guys who wear kilts on Fridays, and it was this big discussion whether that should be like a part of the dress code and stuff like that. It was crazy, but they stood up for their rights to wear skirts. They was like,
that's my heritage.
but we did require them to have underwear underneath them.
Yeah, he definitely got on some underwear. I would have respectfully asked him to get up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Any other ones?
There's so much crazy stories are hard. I think more so like emotional stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Impactful stories.
Impactful stories.
There's definitely like the one I usually share with people is I meet a ton of educators. So a lot of educators take this chance to me, and I think they do it because they're more comfortable. Like they're around kids or around some type of
300 people
learning all day, right?
Right.
So an educator sat with me. She had to retire from teaching because she was diagnosed with a disease that caused her to be in pain constantly.
Wow.
And she said playing Connect 4 with me this one time was the first time she didn't feel pain since she's been diagnosed.
Wow.
Nice.
So
that's touching.
Yeah, bro. It actually brought me to tears. Like I was literally like tearing up, and I have a really cool photo of her like where her hands cupped and like really close to me and engaging me while we're talking.
That's dope.
That was big. I've had people come and tell me, about their personal relationships that they don't want to be in, or they're not working in the fields they want to work in. And I always tell them like, I sit in the subway. Like if I can sit in the subway and connect with people, you can do whatever you what you want to do, and use me as your example. So that was dope. Let me think of the other stories. There's so many. Yes, it's all those things. So there's been a lot happening behind the scenes, and those are the people that are tuning in that follow DIY. I definitely have to apologize. I've been very chill when it comes to putting things out in social media because we've been working on so much.
Yeah.
But I'm working on a podcast. I'm working on a web series.
Nice.
We're doing more events. We're working on some. I'm trying to say it without giving it away.
Sure.
Okay.
We're working on campaigns that will give people the ability to connect other than just in the subway.
Okay.
And my goal is to create impact. So I don't want to just be known as this guy that sits in the subway. I want to be known as this guy that created impact within our communities.
Okay.
And that's something that's really big with me, is working with nonprofit organizations and leading by example. So like volunteering, for instance. I get a lot of love when I volunteer, but I, instead of giving me love, and I appreciate the love, how about you do it, right? And I think that's something I want to challenge people to be more proactive with. So I have a segment in the campaign that I'm working on with some organizations to get people to see how I engage with nonprofit work. Because to me, nonprofit work is not so much work, it's just giving back and developing our communities. So there's a bunch of campaigns happening. We have events. I teach workshop series.
Okay.
So I have a workshop series called the Connection Series.
Nice.
That I teach students how to better connect through eye contact, through body language, things like that. I travel around the country. I work with a couple of public speaking agencies. So I travel to universities and I have a keynote presentation I do.
Nice.
And it's a board game love there. So yeah, there's content partnerships. I got a content partnership now with Daily Motion, so that's working on content there. There's a slew of things.
Oh, you're cooking.
Cooking, right?